Hello and welcome to the channel. As always, I'd like to start these off by saying a big thank you to everybody who's watched any previous videos, especially the people who've subscribed and commented. You know, it's really appreciated. We're getting up to a couple of weeks since I posted the first video, that Ford restoration, and we're approaching 100 subscribers now. So if you've not subscribed, please do so. You know, it helps the channel and gives me a bit of encouragement to carry on doing these for you. Um, Also, I'd like to say a big thank you to Shawn at the Scale Model Car Guy channel. I very much doubt there's anybody who's subscribed here who isn't already subscribed to Shawn's channel, but he gave me a really nice shout out. We're both very like-minded people with old kits, and we don't mind tucking into some kits that other people wouldn't do. Also, Gary Vacade, who from Mr. Model Works, who uh, sent me to Shawn. Gary's not done some videos for a little while, but again, he's done some great stuff. And check his channel out as well if you've not done so already. There's some really great videos on his channel still, and yeah, just and anybody else who's helped me along the way, like even the guys who have commented. You know, there's some chaps who I've known for some years, and it's always been a big. I've always got a lot of support from them. So anyway, that being said, in my last video, I did mention we were going to do something a little bit different. I bought this lot of resin parts and kits from the States about 4 years ago, and I've literally not looked at any of it. I mean, I can see what I can see through the bags, but I mainly bought it because this was included. It's one of the four-door satellite bodies, and there's some. I know there's some hoods included in this, but I think what I'll do is there's a lot more than I actually thought there was. So what I'll do is, to save rustling of bags and what have you, I'll just set everything off to the side and at least take some of these bits out of the bags, and you know, we'll try and get through it as quick as possible, because like I say, there's a lot more than I thought there was, and I'm hoping this doesn't turn into another long video for you guys to persevere through. But there should be some interesting stuff, and like I say, it might give us some ideas for future projects and restorations. Right, I'll get all this stuff out of the bags, and we'll see you in a minute. Before I carry on, I just wanted to do one more quick shout out, and that was to Peter Burstow at Pete's Model Car Customs. I've known Pete for a while now. We've messaged quite a bit. He's been supportive of me setting up this channel. He does a lot of scratch building. A really talented model builder. If you've not already subscribed to him, please do, because he's a really nice chap, and he does some really great custom work, as well as military and other little bits and pieces. But I'll try and put a link in the description to all them guys. But that being said, we'll just try and crack on with this. Try to sort out the parts so we can get through it a little bit quicker. We'll just start off with this. This is a Resin 68 satellite body. Pretty much commonly known for the Adam 12 TV show. I think, yeah, it's it's a really nice body, and I do four-door conversions myself, but it's always handy to have a good base to you know, I could make templates of these doors and what have you, so I know where to scribe for future projects. I aren't afraid to do conversions like that. But you know, it was one I was after for ages. I remember there was a eBay seller in the States, and he did a lot of really nice resin four-door bodies. And yeah, I asked if he could. I sent him a message on eBay and asked if he would ship overseas, and the response I got, I was asking for about 10 resin bodies, and I was more than willing to spend a lot of money with him. But the response I got was like I just asked him if I could kill his dog or something. But but when this lot came up, I was really happy to get one of these bodies. I've been, like I say, I was after one for quite some time, and this one came with the dog dish hubcaps and correct police wheels, the interior panels for the 4-door, which are all really good as well for templates, the hood and the bench seats. Now I'm not going to go into them too much because I don't want to make this video really long, but so I was really happy with that, to be quite honest. And most of this stuff in here I've never seen before myself. They've just been in a box, and this was one of the main bits I've got from this lot, I think. But so that's that one. Now this body, I think I may have thrown a couple of bodies into this box, because I don't think I bought this one with this lot actually. I think this is a White Star cab, or I can't remember what they're actually called, but because I like to build some replicas from the original Gone in 6 Seconds movie. I think that was the cab for the dump truck, garbage truck, which got rammed by the Charger and fell on top of it. So that was the reason I bought for that. And with AMT's release of that garbage truck, then we'd probably be able to modify that if I could ever afford to buy one of those and build a nice kit using that body. Also, I think this is a Jimmy Flintstone. Again, I think I've just thrown this in with this box of bits just because it was resin. But I don't have many resin bodies anyway, but I always like this Mercury sedan delivery. So that was a nice one. And the other main thing out of that lot for them conversions is I was after satellite hoods. Couldn't find anywhere who would ship them overseas. I think these are missing link, and by the time I wanted some, it stopped producing them. It's done so many nice bodies, but there's a lot of 4-door 68 Fords to 71 Fords which I really wanted, but I think they've stopped being produced as well. But he does such nice work, missing link. The quality of them's absolutely brilliant. So I wanted one hood, and in this lot we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus another one which has had the hood scoop. I think that's actually that's a part of the resin cast. So I've got more than I'll ever build kits, to be quite honest with you. Also, I think these are missing link as well. These are the satellite dashboards, I think. I could be wrong, but again, we've got plenty of these now. I don't actually know the difference between these and the original kit ones, but I'm assuming there will be differences for the satellites. So that's another lot done. Again, missing link, air cleaners. I'm assuming these are for the 440 or something. But it's nice to have really good parts to use on projects and what have you. And again, more than I'll ever need in there. So, and just a few more missing link parts. I think these are. Not too sure what air cleaners they're from. you know, if any of you guys, please let me know. But yeah, again, all good for the parts box. Got some more dog dish style hubcaps. I would have thought they were Mopar as well, to be quite honest with you. Let me just grab them other ones. Yeah, they're different to the 68, but I always like the Mopar or any dog dish hubcaps. They could be GM actually, to be quite honest with you. I'm not too sure. Again, if you see any of these bits, which I don't know, you know, I'm not clued up on everything, so please just put a comment in. A big bag of clear satellite tail lights, which, yeah, that can go with all the other police stuff. Got a flat hood here. I think that's from a resin cast from the AMT 64 Chevelle, which obviously got retooled to the 65. But they're really easy kits to convert back if you've got the parts for the 64. I don't think any of the custom parts were the same from 64 to 65. So, but yeah, it's really easy to convert a 65 to a 64 if you've got the stock grills, custom grills, whatever. I've actually done one of them before, so, and I know I've got a couple of stock grills as well in the parts box for the 64 Chevelle. So another handy piece. I think that's a 71 satellite flat hood. Again, another bit I didn't even know this was in there. So, you know, I see a lot of good stuff coming out from Missing Link, or I think he just sells directly from eBay now. I don't think he has the website anymore. So he don't do as much stuff, but what he does is always good quality. So, and I really do like base models over anything else. You know, I'd build a base model before I'll build like a high spec car from the era. So another flat hood, base model hood, and I think that's from the 70 Challenger. Yeah, I think that's a 70 Challenger hood. So another good bit for me. We got a Resin 65 Riviera rear bumper. I'm not too sure. It's quite a common kit. Oh, saying that's why there's a resin cast one, because it's got the separate tail lights. I'm pretty sure the kit version comes with the tail lights molded into the rear bumper. So, and the 63, 64 are some of my favourite Rivieras. So yeah, they'll definitely come in handy. So also got stock front and rear bumpers from the 65 Oldsmobile. I think I don't know. I think these are still in the modified Stocker series kit, which is available as we speak. I've got an original unbuilt kit of one of these, which I'll probably do an unboxing on at some point. But I don't know if the modified Stocker grill had changed much, if they did anything to the stock grills or not. But yeah, always nice to have a good quality cast resin piece for if I ever had a builder without any grills. Yeah, sorry, I just had to quickly move away there. The cat's trying to get in and I've just given up. So if he makes an appearance, then so be it. But we've got some stock 1964 Falcon front and rear bumpers. Now, like I say, I know the AMC have bought out their kit of the 60 Ford Falcon, so I'm assuming these were done when those parts weren't readily available. But again, you know, I've got a few 61s. I'm not a big fan of the 61. I think the 60 is a much nicer looking kit, much nicer looking front and rear end on them. But yeah, they'll come in handy. And to be quite honest, I've wanted that 64 pickup for some time, but I've not wanted it enough to pay the money for it. And they don't really come available too often over here either. So they'll definitely come in handy. So these are 1960. Sorry for shaking the camera. These are 1968 Impala front and rear bumper, resin cast. Unfortunately, I don't have any of them to use it on. I'm just wondering how much work it would be to convert the 67 4-door AMC 4-door into a 68, because I'm not a massive fan of the 67. I bought one of them kits just because it was a 4-door, but yeah, the 67 isn't one of my favourite Impalas. In fact, I think it's one of the years I like the least. Sorry, so could use them on that 4-door. If we just convert the front end, I think you just have to somewhat pancake the hood and do a bit of work on the rear end to straight it. I think on the 67 there's like recesses for the rear lights, so that would just have to be flattened off. So I don't think it would be a massive conversion from a 67 to a 68, and that would make a really nice 4-door police car without using them. So like I say, we're looking at these parts and you get ideas running through your head. What else we got? That looks like that's a stock rear bumper for the 64 Plymouth Fury or Belvedere. I think, you know, the most... Yeah, I've got loads of them kits, to be quite honest. You know, they don't sell for a great deal of money either, so you can pick them up relatively cheaply. In fact, you can probably... I've sold a couple in the past, and you know they only go over here for as much as, you know, a standard new kit. But yeah, in that stock car kit, it hasn't got a stock rear tail light panel. Unfortunately, there's only one tail light in there. It also comes with stock hubcaps, which is nice. And again, you know, I've got enough of them kits to do a stock conversion, and now I've got the parts to help with that. So, and I don't think, yeah, replacing that missing tail light will be too much trouble. So, what have we got here? So these, I believe, are conversion parts for the 50 Ford to turn it into a 51. So you got your stock hood, stock front grille, which I always thought it was a much nicer looking car, was the 51 to the 50, but probably because they're just more, because they weren't done in kit form, and you always think that, you always want something which hasn't been produced. Yeah, we've got front and rear bumpers. I don't know how much difference there are in the bumpers to the 51 to the 50, but it looks like we've got the rear tail light lenses as well. Got the stock dashboard. That's really a really nice piece, to be quite honest with you. It's really good detail in there, and steering wheel as well. So there's quite a lot there to help you convert a 51. We got some rear tail lights. They look like late 60s Ford or 69 Ford. So yeah, I don't think there's any other parts I can see for that. I think the headlamps for the 51 Ford. Yeah, so I'll make sure those go with those other bits. We've got a big stack of engines, well, engines and seats. Yeah, this is MCW. I didn't actually know they did resin parts. But you see like Matt from Model Car Videos using that paint. We can't get that stuff over there, and it just looks like awesome stuff. The finishes he gets out of that paint is unbelievable. And I was actually for the restoration I'm on with at the moment, I was after some Fedora green GM colour, 68 GM colour or 69, and I could have ordered it from other place. I think there's a place in Germany who does it, but I'd have to wait 4 weeks for it to get here, and you know, I just gave up on the idea. I couldn't let that delay the projects. But yeah, MCW does some really nice factory colours, and it's just a shame we can't get it over here. But so these are stock seats for the Lindbergh little red wagon. So yeah, they're nice bits. Look, what have we got here? So a stock engine for the Revel 64T bolt. Again, I think these are probably old parts, because obviously they bought that kit out in a 2-in-1 now. But yeah, so that looks like all your stock engine bits and pieces in there. A few different options for air cleaners and what have you. I'm not massively into resin engines. I don't like building engines as it is doing a resin one. Yeah, I'm not too sure that how quickly they'll get built, but we've got another 64 Ford one. Not too sure what these are. Again, if any of you guys know, I'd opened it up. It'll say on the back here. So Ford Challenger V8, and I think there's 2 in there. I mean, the detail on these are great. I mean, there'll be a lot of cleanup and what have you, but yeah, so everybody who moans about a bit of flash on a kit, it's certainly not for you. But yeah, so a lot of really nice detailed stuff in there. I'm assuming this is MCW as well. I'm not too sure. So we've got a Ford 6-cylinder, or 2 Ford 6-cylinders. Now, I probably would go to the trouble of building these just because, you know, I do like I say, I like base model cars, and yeah, 6-cylinder. I mean, I do have quite a few 6-cylinders in the parts box, but you know, they're probably missing bits and pieces, so it's nice to have a couple of those. And 6-cylinder from a Johan Maverick kit. So I didn't know that the Johan Mavericks ever came with 6-cylinders, but maybe you can correct me. Were they in one of the first issues, or is this just a conversion? I'm assuming this is just a they never did that in the Johan kit, and obviously that's why there's a resin kit. That's I think we got 2 of them here. So again, you know, for making a base model Maverick, in all fairness, I think I've only got a couple of builders of them. I think any kits I had of those I've probably sold by now, but yeah, I'm not complaining about having some extra 6-cylinder engines. This one is the Gibson Engines Max Wedge. So that looks like a really nice kit, actually, to be honest. I'm not going to take any of these out of the bag or anything, but yeah, that comes with some photo etch parts as well. So yeah, that's a nice one. What have we got here? Oh yeah, this annoyed me a little bit, only for the fact that I've had a 59 Resin hearse for quite a while now, and I thought, well, I am paying 40 odd quid for one of those AMC Exo ones, and just to take the bumpers out of it. So I thought, well, I'll move that one on because it's a project I'll never get on with, and it didn't come. I think it was a Jimmy Flintstone one, and it never came with the bumpers or anything. So yeah, so that I just sold that to a chap in Germany. That got shipped out just before Christmas, and yeah, look at that. I had them sitting in the box all the time. So yeah, that's what happens when you buy stuff and life gets in the way. You forget about these things, and like I said, I've never been through this box in detail anyway, so I didn't even know they were in there. But I mean, that looks like a good quality stock grill as well. So I mean, I've got a few builders of those Ecto 1 kits, but I think they have the lights, the emergency lights moulded in, and they're certainly not as detailed as that. So you know, we've got vent seat, 2 bumpers. I'm sure I'll find a use for them as well, because it's got the stock rear bumper without the foot plate on. So, and again, yeah, just a couple of really nice detailed parts there. What else we got? So this looks like an alternative hood for the 70 Super Bee. I've had one of these hoods before, and I've got a built kit of one done, but the hood started to warp on that one over the years. I do need to get that under hot water and straighten it out, because it was quite a nice built kit, was that, and I'm assuming that's a convertible boot to 70 Super Bee as well. So don't worry guys, I think I'm getting to the end, or saying that I've just seen another stack of stuff, but let's see what we got here. Looks like a early Ford promo body, promo chassis. Looks like it's had all the writing removed from the bottom as well. 6.3 Falcon, there you go. So yeah, probably not something I'd use, but good to know I have it either ways. Another looks like a Ford chassis. Mid-size, I would have thought. So 6.7 Fairlane. I know AMC's released, yeah, that kit since in the mid to late 90s, or but yeah, I mean, to be quite honest, I'm not a massive fan of an over detailed chassis. All it does is take me up more time to build a kit. So looks like we got a bit of damage off that front corner, but that should repair up okay. Another body I don't think was in that original lot. It looks, and that's a Model T body with a turtle deck on it, which is handy because I've got one of the double kits and I bought it, and in my own fault, yeah, I didn't really look at the pictures, and one of the second body, I think for the chop coupe, was gone, or this body was gone. Either one of them was gone anyway. So I'll just throw that in with the double kit I've got a missing body for. So that's a handy bit to have anyway. But again, I don't think that was actually included in in that one, in this lot which I bought. I think I've just thrown it in the bag. So we've got, looks like well, let's just have a, I think these are, well, it says on I think these are for the Comets and Mavericks also. Yeah, it's got Comet on there. So I think these are conversion chassis for those kits to build a stock version. And like I say, with these, I'm assuming these are MCW chassis as well, and they'll go with that 6-cylinder engines. But yeah, some really nice detail and really nice parts, to be quite honest. Yeah, if you're buying the paint from there and they still do any of the resin stuff, then I'm gone, yeah, see what if these are still available. But yeah, I think I got 4 of those in this lot. So yeah, plenty to go at there. Just a bunch of some visors, and those look like what you use to secure interior tubs in place. Yeah, interior washers, some visors. AMT and SMP chassis blocks. You just pop those in the chassis. They usually come with the recessed parts out, so yeah, plenty of them if I ever need them. These look like more parts to that 51 Ford conversion kit. So yeah, that's just the rear tail light trim, hood emblem. So I'll make sure those go with the other bits and pieces. I think all we got now is wheels and tyres. We should have this wrapped up pretty shortly. These are Resin late 60s, early 70s Mopar wheels. So yeah, they're really nicely detailed. I'm assuming they're just copies from old MPCs, but I do like a Mopar, and I think and these look like MPC promo tyres. These will be similar to what you'll be getting in the 68 GTO, which is coming from round 2. Because that's based on a promo chassis, and I've looked on them pictures, and it's got the old wide MPC tyres on. So yeah, I've got 4 of them, and I'm assuming these are the promo style wheels for those. So I'll pair them up with them tyres after I'm done, just so I'm not separating them. Yeah, so more parts of that 63 Falcon, some stock hubcaps there. Yeah, I think so. These parts I'll definitely use at some point, but I will pair them up as well with the other bits and pieces. We've got some early style MPC tyres. I think they're MPC anyway, yeah. 1965 MPC. So they'll be on your compact to mid-size vehicles, I would have thought, from that period. I've got 3 sets of these, and I think these are repops of Joanne tyres. They are rubber. I always find with the Joanne tyres, it's a bit of potluck whether them white bands are actually centred, and they're usually doled off, so they're nice and crisp. But let's move on to another set. These look like Joanne as well, but they're slightly bigger. So I'm assuming these are for like the 66 hearse and 66 ambulance, which not many of them came with the white bands. They just started putting black band tyres in towards the end, especially for the ambulance. I can't remember. I think the hearse might have come with white bands, but just got some old. I think these. I don't know if these were just thrown in there. I can't see a fourth one, but they look like early Falcon, potentially early Falcon wheels as well, or certainly compact wheels from that era. And yeah, just some old AMT Firestones, but these have got nicer. I think they're actually, I don't know, without taking them out, I think they might be inserts in there for the white walls as opposed to pad printed. We've also got some more like that. It looks like it's a 3-piece tyre. You put your white bands in there, and then towards the middle you put this other black ring in. So, and I do like white band tyres, white wall tyres. So yeah, and I think that's pretty much it. I think just another set of Joanne repops or potentially AMT cross ply repops. But yeah, I mean, I know this video was just me babbling on, looking for an old parcel which I've not looked at, but again, we don't get to see this stuff in the UK, and yeah, I don't think it was that cheap to get all this stuff over, but you know, maybe 120 quid after shipping and any custom charges and stuff like that, but maybe a little bit more. To be quite honest, I just can't remember. I know it certainly wasn't too much money anyway, and that's why I bought it. I was surprised that it didn't get many more bids, but yeah, for me who likes to build police vehicles, base model cars, yeah, that was just a perfect lot for me, and I knew that I wouldn't have to search and buy one of these from the States and pay twice as much as the cost of the hood just for shipping and customs fees. Yeah, I know this was. I just wanted to do a bit of a different video. I've got plenty of unboxings to do, but yeah, I thought I'd mix it up a little bit. Should have the other restorations, which now has turned into done in the next 5 to 7 days. I would have thought. I mean, I'm not going to rush through these things. I've only been working on them for. It started as one restoration, and then it turned into 2 restorations because that's just how it worked out. To be quite fair, so there's actually 2 videos coming shortly rather than just the one. So yeah, if you've enjoyed this video, if you found it interesting, like I say, please like, share and subscribe. Again, thank you to all the people who have been supportive of the channel so far. The names I haven't mentioned, there's a lot of people in the UK community who have commented on, and yeah, I've known for quite some time, and it's just nice that certainly those people are enjoying the videos and supporting the channel. So we'll see probably in a few. I don't know if I'll get anything done in between the restoration video, but if not, we'll see you shortly anyway. Once again, thanks again, and we'll see you soon.